Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Gimme That Take, the fastest growing Liv Golf podcast of 2023. Stick around for more takes like this.
So since we have a member of the Marine Corps, the um Jerome himself, it's the so-called bravest. They're pretty brave, right? You call yourself the bravest? You think you guys are the bravest?
Ooh, good question.
That's a great question.
I'm not trying to start a fight
Oh, it's gonna be
between
comments are gonna finally be flowing.
Well, I mean, let's be honest though. I mean, if any Marines are listening to this, hey, congrats. You're doing great. If there are Army listening to this, I don't know why you're listening to golf podcasts. You should be at home coloring. The Air Force, they play a lot of golf, so maybe we're gonna have a lot of them listening. And the Navy, well, let's be honest, they don't listen to a lot of podcasts on ship, sailing around the world.
You
Diddling
mean,
each other's
you mean the
buttholes all
Marine?
the
You
time.
mean
It's
the
obvious.
Marine Corps Uber? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, the Uber.
Maybe.
Yeah, our Uber.
Marine Corps Uber.
If only
Yeah.
they were. If only it was easy enough to just text them and get a ride. What's going on, everyone? Thank you for joining us again for Gimme That Take. I am Jerome, of course, as always, joined us by Aaron.
Yep.
And Cheech.
What's up?
And Jay. Everybody, it's Jay's birthday, so say happy birthday, Jay.
Yay.
Happy birthday.
22, baby.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, was your birthday today or was it Friday?
Friday.
It was Friday. Okay.
But it
well,
ate the whole weekend.
This is the first
do the girl
birthday
thing.
where you've had more years on Earth than hairs on your head.
100%.
well, that's
100%.
pretty safe to say.
Congrats.
Thank you.
So we got Chicago coming up next weekend. So we want to go over, obviously, a preview for the course. But first, let's do a quick overview of the standings. Why not? Cam Smith at the top, Taylor Gooch, Patty Reed, Brooks Koepka, Brandon Grace, Mito Pereira, and Bryson DeChambeau, Dustin Johnson, Harold Varner III, and Charles Howell III, ironically enough. So I wanted to ask you guys, there's still 3 events left. So anyone within 100 points of Cam right now could steal it away from him in the last 3 events. So I know you're shaking your head, but there's a good chance that some guys have some bad rounds and some people can jump up in points. If you get first place, you get 40 points.
Okay.
So Cheech, who's a dark horse for you right now?
You want from that list you gave, or just out like?
I mean, do you have a dark horse that you think that is going to jump up the standings? Or maybe somebody that you think is going to go to number 1?
Maybe jump up the standings, maybe not win, but Brandon Grace. I've been on him since I started with you guys. I
sure
think
have.
He's been so like come
Not
on
on him hard enough.
I know.
I'm gonna get on him hard this weekend. Don't worry. Yeah, I think he can definitely make a jump up there. I mean, I don't know. It's gonna be hard to beat Cam.
I
With that
agree.
lead. So, but I like
don't
Grace.
know.
I like Grace to maybe move up.
Okay. Jay, who do you have any
I
dark
don't know if
horses
there's
that you
any
can think
dark horses. I think Cam is the only horse in the race at this point. And I mean that's my guy from day one. So I'm gonna go with he takes the whole thing.
of? Okay. Aaron, do you anything you can think of?
Unless Cam Smith joins the Marine Corps and abandons his F-35 over Charleston Air Force Base and dumps the shit into the Ashley River, he's gonna hold on to win this tournament for
Definitely.
sure. If you guys don't know
too
what I'm
soon,
talking
Aaron.
about, this shit happened today in my hometown. Now, my new hometown.
Yeah, I saw your text, but I didn't read it. What happened?
Yeah. So since we have a member of the Marine Corps, the Jerome himself, it's the so-called bravest. They're pretty brave, right? You call yourself the bravest? You think you guys are the bravest?
Ooh, good question.
That's a great question.
I'm not trying to start a fight.
Oh, it's gonna be
Between,
comments are gonna finally be flowing.
Well, I mean, let's be honest though. I mean, if any Marines are listening to this, hey, congrats. You're doing great. if there are Army listening to this, I don't know why you're listening to golf podcasts. You should be at home coloring. The Air Force, they play a lot of golf, so maybe we're gonna have a lot of them listening. And the Navy, well, let's be honest, they don't listen to a lot of podcasts on ship, sailing around the world.
You
Diddling
mean,
each other's
nothing
you mean,
but
buttholes
the
all
Marine,
the
you
time.
mean
It's
the Marine,
obvious.
the Marine Corps Uber? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, the Uber.
Maybe.
Yeah, our Uber.
Marine Corps Uber.
If only there
good
was, if only it was easy enough to just text them and get a ride.
What the hell
wouldn't
happened? Where's this? Anyway, so this F-35.
My guess is it's somewhere under the water.
It's got to be under the water. Right? You can't
Can you
lose.
just
How
tell
do
me
you
what
lose
happened?
$1 billion plane?
It's actually pretty easy.
So they were doing just whatever, just training. We see these planes all the time. These F-35Bs, which are the Tomahawks. What are they called?
The-
Lightning.
I-
No, the Lightning. They're the Lightnings. They can take off like vertically.
Right.
So they have those like engines where they, or like some
Yeah.
way the plane misshapes, it goes like straight off the deck. Also can land kind of like almost directly down. Anyway, we hear these things all the time, and these guys are idiots because they get in trouble so often around town because they go Mach 1.6. So they go 1.6 times the speed of sound. So they're always breaking the sound barrier going up and down the coast. And people like freak out, they die, they crash their cars, like crazy shit like that happens all the time around here. Today, I don't know, the guy was going to land at the Air Force base and had to ditch the plane. So he ejected himself out of this F-35 and it crashed somewhere. They don't know where it is. Like he landed in the town and his
Really?
wingman. So there's a single piloted plane, so they have like a wingman that's always off one corner or whatever to help, just in case they need guidance, I guess, or whatever. But his wingman landed safe, but no one knows where the aircraft went as of now.
So the pilot landed in the town, the wingman landed in the ocean.
No, the
and the
wingman
plane-
landed. The wingman landed on the runway at the Air Force base.
The other guy landed his plane.
The other guy landed his plane. Yeah,
The pilot ejected. They can't find the plane.
I gotcha.
two
Wow.
planes.
So the wingman was
It's
in his own plane.
Yes.
it's
Keeping an eye
underwater
on his-
somewhere.
I gotcha. Wow.
tremendous.
I'm assuming
Did-
if it crashed in somebody's house, somebody
Did you
would've
check your
fucking made a phone
backyard?
call.
It didn't fucking blow up or anything. Like it just vanished. You would have heard if it would have blown up or hit a house.
I mean, somebody, right? There are a lot of woods around. Like, it's South
Aliens.
Carolina. It's kind of weird.
Aliens.
Yeah, like maybe
Yeah,
it
that's what
really
I was
truly
about to
was.
say.
Yeah, dude.
Fucking
Maybe the guy
UFOs.
who came down on a parachute was not a Marine. Like maybe it was an alien.
Yeah.
Fucking awesome.
Yep.
So I don't know. We'll see. More to come on this. But anyway, no one has a
Absolutely.
putter like Cam Smith, and so it's going to be really hard for him to fall apart. With a 21, even just 21-point lead on Taylor Gooch. We talked about this in the past. Taylor Gooch is too inconsistent, and Cam is much more consistent. Plus, he's already won this event last year, and so to think that he's going to crumble in Chicago is not going to happen.
Especially when he's playing well.
I agree that Cam is playing really well, except for, the 35 place finish he had the tournament before. And that's kind of what I'm talking about is you barely get any points for that. So if he has another finish like that, there's opportunity for other people to jump up.
It's understandable, but I don't think
Right.
he will. And again, it was a question asked as an opinion. I don't think he will. I
I
think
think
he's
he
just going to
just-
cruise through.
I think he finishes top 3 and Gooch and Patty Reed finish outside of the top 15 or 20 or something like that, then he can actually win in Chicago. Like
Yeah,
he can actually
yeah.
already be
Oh,
the
no
champion.
shit.
Yeah,
He'll
there's no chance
actually
after
like
that.
separate himself so far away from Taylor Gooch that he won't be able to catch him in the final 2 events. So that would be what, an 80-point lead? Is what you're saying you get 40 for first?
Right.
Yeah.
So you need an 81-point lead. Yeah. So I guess if he got to 210, that would be exactly what he needed. And Gooch got no points.
Yep.
So
So
There's
Reed-
statistic. There's the numbers there.
Yeah.
Numbers game.
Reed, Grace, and Pereira are the only players in the top 10 that have not had a first place finish
Mm.
in any of the tournaments so far. Who do we think does it first, Jay?
Who were the 3? Reed,
Patty
Pereira.
Reed, Pereira, and Brennan Grace. Which one does it first, do you think?
Who wins first?
Gets a first place finish out of the last 3 tournaments.
Oh, I've picked Mito this year, and he didn't prove to be well. Brendan Grace and Patty Reed are atop the leaderboard more often than not. Out of those two, you know what? I want to say Patty, but I'd say Brendan Grace. I know Cheech is all about that pick, but I really do. I think he can slide into victory before any of those other guys.
Grace came close in London and in Adelaide with a 2nd and 3rd place, respectively. Came in 4th in Bedminster, 4th in Orlando, 5th in Andalusia in Spain. So, okay. Yeah, no, I mean, he's in 3rd place right now. I mean, obviously, if we're looking based on prior finishes, yeah, he'll probably be the first one.
This is even more crazy to me. Only one winner is outside of the top 10 in the Lib points. So winning is so huge on this point scoring system. Like literally the only person who won an event who's not in the top 10 is Danny Lee. Danny Lee hasn't finished better than 24th place in any other event besides the event that he won. And he is not in danger of losing his spot this year.
Nope.
He won't be
Wow.
he won't drop down low enough to be in the bottom whatever 6 or 3 or however many they cut. Like he's in 26th place overall out of 50 out of 50 golfers.
With a win.
With one win
incredible.
and no better than finishing better than he's finished worse than half the field or more in every other event. That's some crazy
Wow.
shit. Yeah.
That is. That's
Looking
the importance of winning.
Yeah.
You know,
looking at all the the top 10 guys, right now Bryson is the only top 10 player that has finished top 18 or better in the last 6 events. I think there's a correlation to that, and if he continues having high play, he might even break into the top 3, maybe give Patty Reed or Taylor Gooch a run for their money.
Well, we know
What do
the
you guys
guy
think?
we know the guy outside the top 3 that can really make the real push if he actually cares. And that's
Yeah.
Brooks. And that's Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
Every week before the major, he is finished in the top 3. And in the last 2 weeks where there's literally nothing going on in the golf world, he finished 41 and 38. Yeah. So, now with the Ryder Cup coming, maybe he uses this week to tune himself up for the Ryder Cup.
Yeah, it is
goes
funny,
out and wins,
how that
right?
is.
Isn't that weird?
Interesting when you
very
really break
fickle.
it down.
I mean, you can't blame him, right, for taking the majors more seriously than the live individual tournaments. You can't. I mean, there's just no way. That's how
Does DeChambeau lead the field in leaving super fans out of pictures?
Probably. It's actually
I wasn't sure if that's a stat we've been keeping.
Dickbag podcast mates, because he wasn't the fuck stick taking the fucking photo.
Man, that was cold.
Classic.
You didn't have a lazy eye. Maybe you shouldn't be in charge of taking photos anymore. That's what I think it is.
I had the shortest
that was
arms.
rough.
I don't know what the fuck you guys are thinking.
Big mistake.
Oh damn!
Love it.
Anyway,
right.
Chicago. Somebody.
Yes. Moving on to
last week,
Chicago.
I was gonna say last year played the same exact course, Rich Hill Harvest Farms and Gardens. What the hell's the name of this course? Rich Harvest Farms.
You were close the first time.
That was
Farms
really
and Gardens.
that was
Sounds like a
close.
magazine.
I was really close. Cam Smith won, and with a 203, and Peter Uline and DJ are right behind him, three shots behind him. Sergio and Jocko were 5 strokes off the lead. Louis and Charles were 6 strokes off the lead, and then everybody else was a good distance behind. So I just really quickly looked at the leaderboard and what qualities, I guess, the people who did well last year on this course had. So which one do you think is the most important? Because you guys don't have these stats in front of you. Fairways hits, greens in regulation, total putts, or driving distance.
Greens in regulation.
What was the last one?
Driving distance, putts, greens in regulation, or fairway hits.
I feel like
I know.
I feel like the most important would be fairways hit to allow you to have an approachable approach shot. But I bet you putts have a big thing to do with this.
Yeah, they
Well,
really.
look who
Yeah, I was
look who
gonna say,
won.
who
That's what I
Yeah.
was gonna think.
Look
yeah.
who won. Yeah, look who won.
Hey, Aaron,
yeah.
where
Go
was
ahead.
where was driving accuracy on that list, or it wasn't even
I
on
guess
the
that's
list?
fairway hit. Fairways hit.
Okay,
I guess I would call that driving accuracy.
because
So
that's what I would
basically,
say.
yeah, basically putting, hitting your irons, hitting accurate drives, or hitting long drives is basically the 4 stats here. Hitting greens was by far the most important thing. Of the top 10 finishers, everyone except for Cam was in the top 12 in greens and regulation. Cam was the only golfer in the top 10 who finished in the top 15 in the field in putting. So putting really didn't make a difference here. And Peter Uihlein was the only golfer inside the top 10 who finished inside the top 10 in driving distance. So that didn't make a big difference either. Truthfully, hitting the greens. So we don't know much about this course, but it must be real. It must be tight because hitting the fairway didn't really matter. It must be tight but
I
forgiving.
feel like they go hand in hand though. Not always. I mean, you can be in the rough and hit a green.
Yeah,
So I guess that makes sense.
well,
but
I'll tell you
how
right now, Peter Uihlein was 39th in fairways hit, and he was 3rd in greens and regulation. Same thing with
Yeah.
Dustin Johnson. He was 38th in fairways hit, and he was 8th in
See,
greens
I
and
look
regulation.
at it at an amateur perspective. Like I was saying today, 3 under through the first 9 holes. I hit every single fairway. It allowed me to have a clear shot at the green, and I was putting stuff close. I was playing well. On the back, I lost my driver. Not like I said to him, not literally figuratively. I couldn't hit a fairway. I was hitting good drives, but I was losing them left and right. So I was putting myself, down in a valley or behind a tree and not giving myself a clear approach shot, which again didn't allow me to hit greens and didn't give me an opportunity to birdie. And when I was off, I'd have to get low under a tree or approach to the right side or the left side of the green. You have that additional shot that if you don't get it within a makeable distance, 10 feet or under, there's your extra stroke and you're bogeying and you're losing strokes left and right. So they do go hand in hand, I feel like. But yes, you can hit a green from the the rough.
But Jay, you've played enough golf with me to know that that's my game. If I hit a fairway, I usually don't make the green. I'm the other.
Right. Scramble.
I'm always usually always on the green for some whatever reason. Why, maybe because I'm more, don't take it for granted that I hit the fairway. Now I should be able to put it on the green or whatever. But I mean, look what Bryson did when he won at Wingfoot. He was crushing the ball through the fairway and it was going through that rough like it was just going out of style. So you don't really, certain courses you don't need it.
But those guys are also good enough to play out of anything,
So what
I'm saying I'm saying for us, for our skill level, more opportunities come from more fairways hit.
Absolutely.
And more putts are made when we put them closer to the hole. So it all goes hand in hand.
But in their game, hitting the green is the most important thing because they're never going to worse than 2
Totally
putt.
get it.
Yeah, they're never going to worse than 2 putt, and so that they want as many birdie opportunities as possible.
Exactly.
And I know this is going to sound so obvious, but like the guys who had the most birdies were the guys who played well. I know that's going to sound really stupid, but like some courses, birdie bogey is bad. You know what I mean? There's double bogeys out there, so birdie's not a good enough score. You got a par. This is what like with the major tournament setup. But this way on this course, Cam Smith had 17 birdies in 54 holes, and Peter Uihlein had 19 birdies in 54 holes. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
pretty much everybody had 15 or more birdies inside the top 10. So
it's not about the birdie holes. It's about what do you do on the other holes that you don't birdie.
Right. There were lots of birdies to be had, but just don't be the guy who's getting yourself into trouble on this course.
Right.
That's what it seems like to me, just looking at last year's without knowing anything about the course. I didn't watch the event last year, but that's what I think we're going to see. We're going to see a lot of more conservative. Just put me on the green, take my 2 putt, get out, then make the birdies when I need to make the birdies. I think.
Yep.
So, we'll see. We're not going to make our picks yet.
Last year.
Whatever.
What was the winning score?
7. You're gonna make me do fucking math. I don't know. 203. I'm looking at the scorecard, not the.
Oh, I thought you would have it.
Not the 2. I can figure it out right now. 71 times 3.
Times 3.
So I was 10 under.
Okay.
So that's 17 birdies I don't know how many eagles. So that means 7. So he had 7 bogeys as well. Cam.
Okay.
So limited bogeys. That's what you gotta do.
So
Limit
what you're
bogeys.
saying is if I get lucky and pick the winner, the best I can hope for is just coming within getting 10 strokes extra. Is that,
Yeah, you're lucky even par's
Well,
gonna win.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
no one. I will say no one finished over par last year. So yeah, everyone was within. Well, I guess they did. Everyone was within 19 shots. So, but yeah, most people finished under par, or right around par. So hopefully, you pick the winner. Good luck, Siwan.
See what? Oh my god.
A contest. We're not gonna make our picks tonight.
No. For those
Yeah,
of
let's
you
get an
that
update. Let's get an update so we put some
are
pressure on.
not familiar, we have a contest going on. Jay, Aaron, and I pick a player. We take their score and add it to the aggregate so that, at this point, after Bedminster, Mac is 67 under. Aaron is 70 under, and I am 52 under.
You got me by 3? I thought it was 2.
It's
I gained
3.
1 last week.
Check those numbers. Check that again.
Uh,
All right.
yeah.
So,
So,
we got some,
anyway,
we got some homework
so
to
when
do.
Jay wins, when Jay comes back and wins, we're all gonna go to Pebble and play. But Chris and I will have to pay for his round.
No,
Actually, he
no.
said desert golf, so we're gonna go to the desert, not Pebble. We're gonna go to
Yes.
desert and
Yeah,
celebrate Jay with Jerome in a skirt from the Reds. Plenty of
We'll see what
content in that
happens.
golf trip, I promise.
Oh yeah, we have to.
Plenty.
That'll be epic.
Might be our first ever live YouTube show.
Yes, definitely.
Be dangerous.
And Cheech is coming to everything anyway. So
Yeah.
And next year he's in on the bet.
Weekly howl.
Oh.
2-0. Go Skins, go.
Oh god.
Commies.
Aaron, I hope you find that plane. I hope you're the one to find
Bro,
it.
if I find that plane, you know what I'm doing. I'm getting right in that. I'm getting right in that thing.
That's it.
I'm gonna fly that fucking thing.
I
Listen,
that
Aaron,
news.
Cheech, give us a quick update. How are the Jets doing?
Nice
do you think?
segue.
What do
Nice
you
segue
think?
from Jet to Jets?
they lost. Of course they went down like that freaking plane.
Like
Oh,
Rodgers.
Jesus.
So it sounds like there's more than one lost Jet out there.
Oh,
It's
There's
God.
tough.
Ooh.
It's tough. It's
Ooh.
tough.
Listen. I wouldn't be excited if I were you, man. After watching Thursday night's game,
Hey,
we talked about this on Friday, but hey,
I'm
win's
sorry,
a win.
it's 2-0. 2-0.
So okay,
All right.
fine.
Win's a
Good.
win.
Listen, I don't. Listen, you should know me, but I will not talk shit.
No,
we have a long winter of no golf, boys.
I know.
We got plenty.
got plenty of time to argue
football
about
talk.
which
Plenty of
shitty
time to
green
issue.
team is better.
Oh, well,
Okay.
this is by far better. But hey, at least
Okay.
we scored points against the Cowboys.
What's the name of your team again? Do you even know?
Football team.
Oh,
Commies.
right.
Washington
Right.
football team.
Right. Until your new owner decides to change the name.
Yeah. By the way, let me tell you this. I decided I was going to be a Philadelphia 76ers fan today.
Oh, congratulations.
Ugh,
I know.
gross.
Well, the same owner owns the Commanders and the Devils
That's right.
and the Sixers.
Mhm.
Crystal
you might as
Palace.
well.
Yeah, and Crystal Palace. So
You might as well, Aaron. Right?
I'm in. That's exactly where I'm going with my NBA fandom. All right, enough about my stupid fandom, but I just learned that today that he was a Sixers fan. So hopefully James comes back to Philadelphia and we can make things work.
Speaking
I-
of other sports and everything like that, real quick reminder, everybody out there, get on the
Ping pong.
website for Liv Golf. Make your fantasy picks for this upcoming tournament. All right, just a quick overview of how you do it. You pick a team captain. You pick 3 other players. You pick a reserve player in case one of your 3 players gets hurt, of course. And then you also pick a team, and the aggregate score is how you get scored in the fantasy for Chicago. So just a quick reminder, get on there.
Kieran's going for a second win.
Yes, he sure
Hopefully.
is. We're gonna share the link this week when we
Box of nitros.
We set up our league. Yeah, fresh box of nitros.
Orange ones.
3-pack.
Or Jay,
You're
what
not
about
up.
all
Right,
those Kirk?
right.
Jay,
Take
what
it
about all those
easy with a
Kirklands you
12
bought?
pack.
We only have budget for 12.
I got
Jay.
some left over from the outing.
I was gonna say, do you have any left over from the outing? You can have mine.
I was asking Jay about all the Kirkland balls he bought.
You know,
Jay,
second round playing with them, they're not bad. I'm keeping them. We're good. Although I bought the tour response with the yellow line around them. I actually really like them. Played my round today with them.
yeah, they're pretty
Played the
good.
scramble the other day with them. I really like them now. So I might stick on that a little bit. They're a little bit cheaper than the I think they're what, $44.99 as opposed to $52.99, which is ridiculous for golf balls anymore. But yeah, I like them. I do like the putting with them. It does help. But yeah,
Okay, you guys played an outing
we did.
Friday.
Jay
Champs,
won.
baby. Finally won my outing after 4
Oh,
years.
shit.
Right. So we had to go to the card, and the pro at Beekman took them all, went through them, brought it up in the middle of raffles, handed them to me, and we got them. We beat Joe Warren and his crew, Joe Warren and Brad Warren, and we both shot 13 under, and they do it there by hardest handicap hole. Start at 1, 2, 3, 4. We got to a eagle that Rob Lewis, shout out. He doesn't listen anyway. Screw him. But he had a heck of a shot over the water. You know, the whole Taconic 6.
Mm-hmm.
And that was the hole we went to for the win. We he put it about 8 feet from my drive, and we sunk the putt on the third putt. And that's what ended up sealing the deal for us. So yeah, it was pretty cool. Great turnout.
Jay, I was on the tee box right near that. How far out were you guys? Because I mean, I saw him 185.
Wow.
He really stuck it.
He went we hooked it to I hooked my drive, the only one that was playable, in the rough on the side of the Taconic. And
you were on
Rob
the left side.
on the left
Yeah.
side, and we
shit.
all went right. No,
Yeah.
I went left on over the water, but short of the green. Everybody else went right, and Robbie went through the trees. You just hear, and then we're watching the green. All of a sudden, you see it just land. We looked through the rangefinder. We're like, no way, it's 8 feet.
I was gonna say he was probably aiming 50 yards to the right, hit it straight through the trees.
Yeah,
Perfect right in the middle
it
of
was
the fairway.
ridiculous.
That's Robbie. That's a Robbie shot.
We're all like, where'd that go? He's like, on the green. I'm like, on the green? How did you get it on the green? On the green. He's like Shaquille O'Neal. And yeah, it worked out awesome. So we finally won.
Nice.
But it was good. We had a great turnout. It was like 126 golfers. Another 10 people came just for dinner. All the volunteers. We had a really good showing. And yeah, hopefully we get bigger and bigger. It was fun.
Peach, your group, how'd you do?
We were 2 under.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, we finished
Cheech
on the
was
par
2
this year
under.
finally. No, I was probably 1 under par. My dad actually made a stupid amount of putts. I couldn't fucking believe it.
Wow.
Plays golf once a year. I mean, he swings a putter like he's swinging for like a driver. It's just hilarious. That sometimes he just tops it and it'll go in. I mean, Jay, even Al hit a putt from like 30 feet away.
That's awesome.
No idea what he was doing. He was aiming the wrong direction. I turned around and I just hear my dad and Jim yelling, and I'm like, "What the fuck happened?" He's like, "Al actually made a putt." Couldn't believe
My brother had his
it was a
cargo
fun day.
shorts on, tucked in shirt, his little stupid fishing hat, and his shoes that my dad bought brand new in like '91 from Sports Authority, and his old clubs, and he looked like a ridiculous like bird nerd, and yeah, but he played all right. I think they shot like 6 under or 7 under.
That's
They
not
always
bad.
seem to get in the mix.
Yeah, I mean, they had no way they count all their shots. Just throw it out there now.
Who?
Your brother.
No, they're actually pretty. My brother.
They're always
Like-
like 7
like she
under
just-
in your thing, and we see him hit 4 balls like 7 feet off the tee.
No, my brother. No, they got a good team. They got Robbie Moran. Come on, that
I
guy.
gotta talk
Rob-
shit,
Rob-
so I put together a team.
Robbie
I
was
gotta
pretty-
get up
Robbie
there
was
and get
pretty
at him.
drunk. He seemed like
He's always drunk.
I'll
He's
send
just a
I'll
nut.
send Wells right after your brother. Let's let him finish it
Yeah.
off.
Oh gosh.
Jerome,
Jerome,
how
how
did
was
you guys
last
do?
place? Jerome, how was last place? How'd you guys do?
We finished 4 under.
Oh, all
Yeah.
right.
No,
Austin was playing good.
Austin is very takes it very seriously. So obviously there's no
We were right behind you guys. Yeah, we
discounting
saw.
shots or anything like that. Couldn't putt worth shit. Thankfully, Austin's last minute ad, Rob, this 74-year-old guy who's only been playing golf for 4 years. He was fucking.
Guy was 74.
Yeah, something like that.
I think you're overshooting. He looked like he was 50.
overshooting that too. Yeah, I thought he was in his 50s too.
50, late
Rob,
60s,
if you're
early
listening,
70s.
man, I'm sorry.
It's
dude.
cold,
Really
bro.
nice guy, but he
might have been 30.
He's only been playing for 4 years. He was playing really, really well. You know, I had a few good shots off the tee, and my wedges were probably my best contribution to the team.
Shout
I-
out to Rob Lewis for winning the diamond
Yeah,
ring
shout
for
out.
Kelly.
Yeah.
I got an email from this tournament. From this tournament from a dead guy. Remember the guy in 2022 who fell going into the clubhouse, broke his collarbone, and broke his collarbone.
Oh yeah.
He had to go to the hospital.
He was there.
And then his nephew
Brian McNamara,
came over to see him, and when I showed him the dislocated
went down,
collarbone, he also had a syncopal event.
Yeah.
Hit his fucking head on the ground.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got an email. I don't know how, but I got an email from the guy. He's like, "Yeah, thank you. You saved my life and my collarbone."
Yeah. He told me he was gonna reach out. He asked for your information. I gave it to him. He wanted to reach out and say thank you. He said, "Who was the man nurse?"
Dead for sure.
He said, "Who was the man nurse that helped me?"
But this is also the same guy. Jay, this is the same guy who saved someone's life at a Red Sox game for Chef's bachelor party. If you remember.
Oh my God, I do remember when the guy he fainted. Right, hit his
The
head.
guy fainted
out by the concession stand.
Yeah,
I remember that. I was out there. Being
How hammered was I?
Oh my God!
I don't even remember.
It's weird how this happens. Always happens around you.
What did I do? Mouth to mouth immediately?
I don't even remember.
The kid was awake, and you were like,
mouth to crotch.
Man, right for it. We played in our outing. Hey, so this was pretty interesting. They had since they knew it was gonna rain in the afternoon, like definitely 100% gonna rain, like super hard, and probably weren't gonna get it finished. They had 2-putt max on every green. Hold up. So that sucks, right? We didn't actually use the 2-putt max, like
ever.
Not a single time. We putted out every one of our putts, but that's because.
Oh, I thought you meant you didn't need them. You made every.
No, we made 3 putts the whole day. But we never had to. There was one time where we ran like every birdie putt at least 10 feet by, and we were like, technically we have a par, but we think we should make it. It was like the most honest thing I've ever done on a golf course. I was proud of myself. We marked it. First guy missed it. I stepped up, made it right in the center of the cup. I was like, par. Let's go. On to the next hole. Winning score is 54. God damn.
Ooh.
54.
Wow.
We shot 66. We shot 66. So we never had a chance. The best part about the whole event was well, we got a little drunk and we got back for the prizes. They had like raffle tickets. Yeah. We put in like little tickets in the little boxes. And I put in, I don't even remember, tickets wherever. And we were sitting in this little room and they like give out the closest to the pin, long drive, blah, 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 blah. They're like, okay, we're gonna give out the raffles now. And this girl calls out 6 random numbers. My buddy George goes, woo, just gives out a woo. And I stand up, just tear a random ticket off of my ticket thing and walk up to the girl with the ticket.
She
doesn't even look at the ticket. She hands me this tray and she's like, smile for the picture. So I smile for the picture. Come back.
Hideous.
But nobody else had the ticket.
It's
somebody must have left.
I don't know. It's a $2,000 prize. I got a night at Hotel Bennett, dinner at like this amazing steakhouse, tickets to a symphony, carriage ride downtown. Yeah,
tickets to a symphony.
I mean, I'm not
going. Don't sit here and lie to our fans and act like you're fucking cultured.
I'm not going. Yeah, I'm not going to that. I'll let Alyssa take Rob Fowler. That's a good joke for you, Eric. I know you're listening. Sorry, that I nailed that one.
Right.
As a home run. Trust me.
I want to hear from this Fowler character.
Yeah. We'll talk. Rob Fowler's the weatherman, and he visits Alyssa's classroom every year. And 9 months later, we've had 2 kids both times. So,
oh,
nice,
very nice. Very nice.
Too bad they still look like you.
I know.
Those poor bastards.
If they didn't look like
you beat me to it, Jerome.
How did that happen?
What a nightmare.
They didn't look like your Honey I Shrunk the Kid stunt doubles. Then, yeah.
Brutal.
Anyway,
cool.
Anybody play
Pullout
any
game
other?
must be on max.
Yeah. Anybody have any other golf? Jay, you blew your best round ever.
But yeah, 3 under through 9, and then a lot of bogeys. Kind of went on cruise control after a while. Shot even 72.
Okay.
Nice.
Cheech, I know. I'm sure you played today.
I played yesterday. I had a football game this morning, so I played yesterday.
Yeah, I asked him if he wanted to play, but he shut me down.
I was
I always shut him down on Fridays.
Yeah, well, if you would have told me last night you were going to play, I would have skipped football.
I woke up this morning. Christina said I'm running out and doing some things. I said I'm going to go play golf. Is that cool? Birthday weekend. So it was nice.
Yeah, now it's over.
When I asked you to play Saturday, you were like, I can't. I'm doing all these things.
I did.
But
I forget what I did Saturday.
You had to watch. You had to babysit your own child.
Oh, that's right. I had the kid all day. Yeah. That's
Jerome,
right.
individual golf or just the outing?
No,
was enough?
I just did the outing, unfortunately.
Can't embarrass yourself twice in one week.
Tomorrow, I
No,
go to Century Club
absolutely
down in
not.
Westchester.
Okay.
Excited about that.
Good luck
Supposed
with
to be
that.
a lot of rain though.
Yeah, it's going to
Supposed
rain.
to be like 70% chance of rain, but we got that as $1,250 a person to get in this. Through my job, it's for all Stu Leonards, so it's a big deal. They're doing 200 golfers at Brayburn and 200 golfers at the Century Club.
So aren't you at Brayburn?
Captain's choice. What are you playing?
We thought we were going to be, but we got Century Club, which is still I hear just as nice. So
good luck there.
Yeah,
tight and all.
Yeah.
What are you playing?
Yeah.
What kind of event? Like
it's scramble.
Scramble. Okay.
So like 11 o'clock, I think we go off, and then they have a bunch of crazy stuff. The prizes are supposed to be like insane, like 5-day trips and all sorts of crazy stuff. So we'll see.
So Aaron, you sure you're not going to show up in Florida?
I can't show up in Florida this week.
You can't.
No,
you sure?
I can't.
He'll be there.
All right.
He'll be there.
Maybe one day.
I'll leave a room key for you, buddy.
Where in Florida are you going?
I'm going to Amelia Island.
Where is that in relation to the state?
I know I have to fly into Jacksonville. I think it's like half hour from Jacksonville. I don't know which way.
Oh, Aaron, 7 hours.
Yeah,
What's the drive?
For me to Jacksonville's 4.
Yeah.
A breakfast with the guy who'll be home by lunch.
Nick's already trying to figure out what he wants to do. He's like trying to figure out who he's going to pawn the kids off on and come hang out with me.
Going through a midlife crisis, man.
I know. He's so pumped. I told him coming down. He's like,
when that sleeve gets finished, we're doing a whole episode dedicated to that sucker.
Just give him some space. Give the guy some space. He needs to figure a few things out.
I want to go hang out with new Nick.
I just want him to come on the show before his total transformation happens.
Where they go
have him on his Nick first.
Yeah.
Have him on his Nick first at least once.
The Nicky
Nicole. Classic. All right, boys.
So we'll put out our picks. Yeah, we'll put out our picks. Follow us on Instagram. We'll put out a little picture of who we pick this week. With only 3 weeks left of the contest. And we'll put a link to our livegolf.com fantasy golf contest as well for a fat sleeve of nitros. Maybe used.
Tell us in the comments what you want to see, what you want to hear us talk about. We want to hear from you. We'll talk about anything.
How do they subscribe, Jerome?
All right. Thank you so much for listening. Please hit like. Please comment. Let us know what you want to hear about. Just like Jay said, please subscribe. Hit the bell in the corner to get alerts on when we're posting on all social media, not just YouTube, but X and Instagram.
That's it. Got anything else, Cheech?
Nope.
Okay, let's get the fuck out of here.